Uh, right now, what is working for me is selling myself as a Newfoundland comedian, as the Newfie comedian. Just because, and that's also one of the challenges of it, because that's the weird side of what's working for me right now and what's not working for me right now. It's weird to answer two questions with that one response. But the reason that it's working for me though is because, I mean, it's branding. You have to do something to stand out from everybody else. You know, especially if you have, like, I mean, for me, Andrew Ivimey, it's like the last name's somewhat distinctive, but it's not like a thunderous name that's gonna, you know, invoke a response. You know, my name isn't like Power Thunder. Like, that is not. People aren't gonna hear that and be like, oh, I will not forget Power Thunder. It's Andrew Ivimey. People may remember it, may not. So when I'm calling clubs and booking shows, it's like, I'm Andrew, I'm the Newfie comedian. And like just having just something to put before there just as being recognizable or being memorable to some extent is that's that guy. And then I get up there and I make sure to tell some Newfie jokes so that people just associate it and remember it. So in terms of like branding and marketing and just getting remembered and getting noticed, that's something that's worth. Shows then for like that and came off from the show and people said, you know, why don't you have a thicker Newfoundland accent? Why don't you have more Newfoundland material? And it's just like, you know, you market yourself in a certain way, but sometimes you got to be careful of how you market yourself because you don't want to get stuck into a certain rhythm or a certain pattern. So it's something that's created opportunities for me and gotten me remembered, but it's also a disadvantage for me just because it's holding me back from exploring other things. So right now it's one of those things where perhaps if I didn't mention that I was from Newfoundland, it would be less memorable and it would take me longer to get noticed and get into certain clubs or have them remember that I've done shows there. So it would have taken a bit longer, but once I got there, it would have been a little bit easier for me then because they're not expecting something pre-planned. So that is definitely something that's both working and not working